Coming up on Sports Weekly, we'll preview a big-time water polo playoff match between San Bernardino and Arroyo Valley. We will hear from Cardinals head coach Jason Mendoza. Plus, we'll break down the latest in the high school football playoffs. Cajon and San Gorgonio are moving on to the quarterfinals. Plus, tennis, anyone? Arroyo Valley making a playoff run, and their San Andreas League champion, Crystal Yanez. We got all that and more coming up on this edition of Sports Weekly on IEMG, and it starts right now. And welcome to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. Give this video a like and subscribe to the IE Media Group YouTube channel. We're going to get right into it. We've got a very busy show. We want to break down a big-time water polo match coming to the city of San Bernardino. Arroyo Valley will take on San Bernardino in the semifinals in Division 6. So we are guaranteed at least one local team in the D6 finals this Saturday at Mount Sac. San Bernardino taking on Summit in the D6 quarterfinals at San Gorgonio. It was a big day for Isaiah Rodriguez. He wears the number 12 cap for the Cardinals, and head coach Jason Mendoza. A couple early goals that ties the game at 2 apiece against Summit. Again, this is the D6 quarterfinals in this one. With a win, that would set up the showdown with the Arroyo Valley in the semifinals, and that's exactly what would happen in this one. Although it was a little back and forth early on, the Skyhawks getting a couple goals by Carlos Velasco in this game to keep things even with the Cardinals in the opening period, but just too much San Bernardino in this one. We're going to hear from head coach Jason Mendoza, who's a former player at San Bernardino. He's been on Sports Weekly on IEMG as a player, now as a coach, getting the Cardinals to the semifinals. Another goal there by Rodriguez. A little bit later in the match, it'll be Jesus Rodriguez coming up with a goal for San Bernardino. Is going to get in for a closer look, and the big left-handed throw finds the back of the cage. This time it'll be Luis Montiel to Jose Hernandez to Jesus Rodriguez. The shot is going to be saved at point blank, as it was a little back and forth with the Skyhawks early in this match. But San Bernardino, they've got a lot of firepower on the breakaway. Rodriguez all alone, and this would give San Bernardino the lead 5-4 at this point. Later, it's going to be San Bernardino with another goal on the penalty shot. It's Rodriguez coming up, and he is going to find nothing but the back of the cage. San Bernardino goes on to defeat Summit by a final score of 16-11. They will take on Arroyo Valley in the Division 6 semifinals. The winner of that one will go to the championship match Saturday at Mount Sac. Here is Cardinals head coach Jason Mendoza. And join us here on Sports Weekly on IEMG. These guys are coming off a league championship. They're coming off a huge playoff win against Summit, setting up a semifinal contest for the ages in Division 6. We got Jason Mendoza, the head coach of the San Bernardino Cardinals. Coach, first, congrats on a great season. I know it's not over yet, and you guys still have some huge matches coming up in front of you, especially Tuesday in the semis. But when you look at this season, what do you think has been the key to the Cardinals' success all year long?
I think the key to this team is honestly heart. We've came from rock bottom, and we've built this program up.
You know, I was out there for a little bit against when you guys played against Summit in the quarterfinals, and I think we got highlights of like 6 or 7 of your goals early on. And Isaiah Rodriguez, man, he was finding the back of the net a lot. Do a little name dropping. Who are some of the key guys on the team this season?
A couple of guys that have stepped up are my seniors. I got Luis Montiel in cage. I got Pablo Alonso. I got Isaiah Rodriguez, just like you said. And I also have Jesus Rodriguez.
So, Coach, what were the goals going into this season? Did you feel like, man, we got a good group? You know, if it's CIF championship or bust, or was this kind of like a pleasant surprise? Like, okay, I knew we had some talent, but man, we put it together pretty quickly, and things are turning out really well. Like, what was your goals, your expectations?
Towards the end of last year's swim season, I knew what type of potential this group had, and right after swim season, we went into water polo, and I knew already we were going to go for everything.
So, Coach, you guys win the Mountain Valley League title, and you got your shirt on already, man. You didn't waste any time, right? You guys are very proud of that.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's awesome. So, Coach, now you're going into the D6 semifinals. You're going to take on in-town rival Arroyo Valley. I know Coach Gonzalez, he does a great job over there with the Hawks. What do you think are the keys to victory when you play them on Tuesday in the semifinals?
I think the keys to victory are just how we said in the beginning of the interview. Play with heart. If we have heart, I know we could do anything we set our mind to.
Coach, let's rewind a little bit and talk about San Bernardino history. I know out there at the pool, I think it still says Speed City, right? Like San Bernardino has a legacy of great aquatic sports, and they've been really good in the pool, swim, water polo. But when is the last time that San Bernardino has either won a CIF Southern Section title or made it to a championship match?
The last time San Bernardino has won a title in CIF was 1993. So it's been 31 years, and that's something I also keep in the back of the students' heads.
That's a perfect segue. I was going to ask you, Coach, do you guys bring that up very often, like at practice or going into a big match like you did against Summit in the quarters? The fact that, San Bernardino's had some good teams, but it's been a long time the last time the Cardinals were in the finals.
Yes, sir. Well, we know both teams are from San Bernardino, and we know both teams have either not made it to a final in a long time or they haven't won a final in a long time. So we know it's just about who wants it more.
Coach, how fun has this season been? Like you said, San Bernardino maybe hasn't been playing to the expectation level or on par as they have in the past, and you guys had to turn things around. So is it enjoyable being able to see the program get back to, where you want to be, winning league titles and competing in CIF and now making a run to the championship match?
Yes, sir. Well, we haven't won a league title since my senior year, actually. Hear from Coach Rodolfo. He helped me along the way when we first started after Anthony Marquez. And it's been 7 years since we won a league title, so we knew we wanted it this year.
All right, Jason, I got to ask you then. You must have been on Sports Weekly before, right? Were you on IEMG
Yes, sir.
Before?
Yes, sir.
So this is not your first time.
No, I was here as a player before. Now I'm here as a coach.
As a player, did you ever think in the back of your mind, it'd be pretty cool to come back to my alma mater, be the head coach. I want to coach. I want to be in the sport. I don't want to give it up yet. Was that always in the back of your mind, or did it just kind of come all together, after your playing days that you were going to be a coach?
In a way, it all came back together. But I've always known that I love this city and I love this school. So that's what's preparing us most for CIF2. We want to give back to the city and we want to give back to the school.
Well, Coach Mendoza, man, listen, congrats on a great season so far, including the league championship. You can see it there on his shirt as well. But, man, if you can beat Arroyo Valley in the semifinals and get to the championship at Mount Sac on Saturday, that would be huge for the school, for the city, for your program, and even just, the Cardinals' legacy of water polo, man. Like you said, what was it, 93, right? You said it was the last time?
Yes, sir.
Man, that was a long time. What year were you born?
I was born in 2000.
Yeah, so it's been a long time since the Cardinals have gone this far in the playoffs. Listen, Coach, congratulations, man. So good to see San Bernardino back on top and doing so well. Best of luck against Arroyo Valley and the rest of the season.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Pep.
You got it. That's Jason Mendoza, the head coach of the San Bernardino boys water polo team here on Sports Weekly on IEMG. All right, a big thanks to Coach Mendoza for that interview. When we come back, we'll talk high school football as the playoffs have entered the quarterfinals. We'll be right back here on Sports Weekly on IEMG.